there's no mention of job guarantee in any of your contract. When I went to the banks for obtaining the loan, it was not easy.
For some reasons, I didn't make it. I'm eligible to apply again.
And if you clear all of these three rounds, you are in.
Would you choose a conventional way or a cadet? So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to a brand new podcast on your favorite channel, High Sky. In today's video, we have Captain Yashwant Kumar, and he is Indigo Cadet. He is actually in South Africa right now doing his training. और अभी यहाँ पे time 9:04 in India and currently in South Africa it's probably around 5:30, sort of 3.5 घंटे का gap है. But nevertheless, we managed our times just to make this video out about whole Indigo Cadet pilot program. Captain Yashwant Kumar is actually the most famous Indigo Cadet pilot right now क्योंकि Instagram पे उन्होंने धूम मचा रखी है. Yeah. So Yash, I will call you Yash for the video. All right.
Yes.
So
Yeah, sure.
Yash, buddy, how are you?
I'm amazing. It's my pleasure to do a podcast with you since I have seen you in a lot of reels and Instagram content. So, the moment you messaged me, it was a total yes कि
Yes.
करते
Yeah.
हैं.
Yes, actually, I messaged Yash and उसी दिन मेरे को reply आ जाता है that day कि we want to do the podcast and we are doing the podcast. So first of all, thank you for Yash just to putting himself out to the world and explaining who have questions and just to be shed some light on Indigo Cadet Pilot program. And yeah,
Yeah,
so I mean, sit back, relax, enjoy the video. Right. So my first question to you is, what is the criteria actually? Like 12th में percentage कितना आना चाहिए? Does percentage actually matters? और physics, maths में percentage कितना होना चाहिए? Just to be eligible for joining the Indigo Cadet Pilot program.
okay. So I have the criteria opened here. So I'll be just quoting the numbers from the website.
Yeah.
Uh, 12th May, it should be 51% minimum in physics,
Hmm.
maths, and English. So that is the percentage requirement. I think it can be found by searching it on the Indigo's website, career page, and you can go to the respective FTO. और उसके बाद आप eligibility criteria सारी देख सकते हो. So basically, 51% you should have. But if you don't have, you can always go for the open board NIOS and you can get
Mm-hmm.
that minimum percentage.
Yes, yes. Indigo does have any issue like if I give improvement or something? I don't think
No,
so.
no issues. You
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
have
Okay.
to be having 51% and you're good to go. So
With
here we can
physics,
also cover
maths.
that question. हाँ जी, जिनका साइंस बैकग्राउंड नहीं है, कॉमर्स वाले,
Mhm.
वो कहते
Yeah.
हैं कि उनकी मैथ्स नहीं थी, उनकी कोई सब्जेक्ट फिजिक्स नहीं थी. So they can
Hmm.
easily go to NIOS board and just get it done. 51%, I think it should be easy to get.
Hmm. So now the second question is, how should I join a cadet pilot program? Basically, like, should I give my DGC exams first, then I join, or directly 12th हो गई, percentage आ गई, join, apply? What is
It's a
actually
very
more beneficial?
okay. So it's a very personal preference kind of a question. Some people like to go directly. Some people prefer clearing exams before. I can only tell you my perspective about the pros and cons of both. If you go directly, you are obviously saving time. So people also have this thing that should I do graduation before entering into this program or becoming a pilot? So you're just wasting your time on something that you are not going to pursue for the
Mm-hmm.
rest of your life.
Yeah.
So here also you're just wasting another 6 months in clearing the examination. The con is that if you clear the examination, that is my personal recommendation that you should clear the examination. You are not limited by the rule of the airline that you need to done with the papers in this time frame because this program is very fast paced. You won't get more than 4 to 6 months to clear all of your papers, and you don't have room for failures.
Mm.
So I would recommend इसकी एक और benefit है कि आप you get a basic idea about what aviation is because not all of us are from aviation background. So if you directly jump into the program, if you go into the interview, you'll be clueless about a lot of things that they're going to ask. But if you
Mm.
clear the DGC examination, it can work in your favor in the two ways which I said.
Okay. So basically, clearing the exam will help me in accessing in it. I mean, it will help me in just having a rough idea would the interview be about, or just clearing the rounds which Indigo will give me. Right? I think so.
हाँ जी.
Yeah.
और
Hmm.
दूसरा
Uh,
एडवांटेज कि आप वो लिमिटेशंस नहीं होंगी आप पे कि आपको इतने टाइम फ्रेम में करना है, अदरवाइज यू विल बी
yeah.
आउट ऑफ द प्रोग्राम.
Hmm. Yeah. Limitations. We will come to that
या.
later. Or limitations. So next question comes is like I have done my DGC exams. I have cleared them, and now I will apply for my Indigo Cadet pilot program. What should I expect, and how to actually apply for it? Yeah.
Okay, so I'll tell you the process of application first. If you have cleared the papers, then you can visit Indigo's website career page, and from there you can access the cadet pilot programs. All the schools are available. You can choose whatever school you want. Go to their website. There will be a button to apply or a phone number to call on. From there, you can
Mm.
start the application. They will ask for your documents and you'll proceed with the selection process. The first round is the ADAPT in most of the FTOs. It comprises of the psychometry test, hand-eye coordination test, and basic physics, maths, and then uh, yeah, what else? I think multitasking skills were also tested.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Mm.
remember all of the tests, but they are going to basically check that if you are going to be trained by them, you will be able to meet their standards and become a pilot or not. So that will be
Mm.
the test in the first round. In the second
Okay.
round, it is the group discussion. After you clear the first round, you'll be sent to Indigo, and Indigo will test you for your group discussion and for your interview. And then you finally get into the program and sign the LOI.
Okay.
Yeah.
So first is adapt, then group discussion.
Yes.
All right. And after that, does Indigo have interview?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So can you just explain me more about what they will ask in group discussion and interview, sort of?
Okay, so I cannot disclose the topics for the obvious reasons, but
Yeah.
what they are checking, I can definitely tell you. They are going to test you on the basis of the prime agenda would be if you would be able to work in a multi-crew environment or not. Teamwork is the main skill that they are testing you for in the group discussion. So you cannot cut somebody's point. You cannot be aggressive in that. Just think it as like you are in a team and you are going to play a game. So that is the simple thing that you can expect, but obviously you should not take it lightly.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So just to maintain your cool, work as a team, and if everything goes well, if you have some genuine opinion and you listen to others, you might be able to clear it. Yeah.
या मैंने तो देखा
Yeah.
है कि आप अगर ये चाहते हो कि आपकी टीम सेलेक्ट होए सो द चांसेस आर दैट यू विल गेट इन बट ये आप
Oh,
चाहते हो कि आप सेलेक्ट हो
आप ही select. Okay,
then
okay, that's nice.
then it's
Yeah,
a problem. So you should have that mindset that we need to get in. All of us need to get in as a team.
get in.
Then
Hmm.
वो ज्यादा बेहतर काम करता है
Beneficial.
आपके फेवर में. Yes.
Okay. And then it's interview just yourself and some of knowledgeable questions they might ask, and then you are clear.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So in
They will be
these,
asking whatever is in your resume.
mm,
What you need to know about yourself first before going to the
yeah,
interview. Because
see, yeah,
very simple
mm,
questions, but you won't be able to answer. तो आप अपने बारे में अच्छे से जानो, कंपनी के बारे में अच्छे से जानो, and you should be also having basic level of calculation in your like mental maths. You should be able to do. You should be able to do this. I mean, you should have basic knowledge about aviation also. So these are the things that you can work on before going for the
yeah.
interview.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, actually, you are true. कभी कभी बहुत basic questions we are unable to answer them. Yeah.
Yes.
So I think we have covered it. And actually, one more doubt. Like, should join any institute who provides I've seen many institutes on Ramphal Chowk, Delhi. Like they provide a whole package of Indigo Pilot Cadet Pilot program. So they teach you everything which would happen to you in the adapt test, yeah, group discussion, interview, and sort of. So would it be
Yeah.
beneficial, or did you join a coaching for this?
I did not take any classes for that, but you
Okay,
can, if you want, you can take, but Indigo doesn't allow it. If you
doesn't
have
allow it.
taken classes, yes,
Hmm.
you cannot prepare for the assessment of the Indigo Cadet Pilot program as per them.
How
So
would they know?
if they don't have any option, they can't know it, but if they
Hmm.
are able to find it out, it's not good for you. So
Uh,
you should not be taking any classes as per them. You can,
hmm.
obviously, it's your personal choice. There are many institutes I have also seen. You can go
Yes.
them and check them out, whatever they are teaching you and preparing you for. But
Hmm.
there's nothing that I can recommend in this aspect because it's not allowed by Indigo.
Indigo, okay, it's actually not allowed by Indigo. That's
Yeah.
great. Now I have done, I have cleared round one, two, three. I'm actually selected as a cadet by Indigo. And now the time is for payment. How does that system works? Is it an installment type? And will Indigo allow me to take loan on that whole package they're providing? And actually, is loan beneficial if I am doing my cadet program on loan? Should I do it, or should I go for conventional? Yeah.
Okay, so I'll start answering one by one.
Hmm.
First, to see how you're gonna pay, you should definitely check the respective FTO's page.
Hmm.
For me, I can tell about my FTO. It takes in installment. I think every FTO takes in installment.
Takes
It
an
just
installment, yeah.
depends कि हाँ आप कब कितना पैसा दे रहे हो. It is just the difference.
Yeah.
So you don't have to pay that sum in just one go. It will be spread to 1 or 1.5 years for you to arrange. And Indigo, obviously, it doesn't care कि आप कहाँ से पैसा ला रहे हो until
Oh,
unless it's legal. So it should
okay.
borrow कर सकते हो अपने friends and family से. And you can also take a loan from the bank as much as you want, but you need to show them the collateral. आप LOI
Hmm.
के basis पे loan you cannot obtain. So you need to
Okay.
have the property or something to mortgage so that you can obtain loan. और बात रही कि आप कितना लोन सही है, इट इज अगेन अ पर्सनल प्रेफरेंस कि आप कितना रिस्क लेना चाह रहे हो. आई हैव केम अक्रॉस पीपल हु से कि मेरे पास एक घर है, दिस इज द ओनली प्रॉपर्टी आई हैव, शुड आई मॉर्गेज इट एंड गो फॉर द प्रोग्राम? I think it's not preferred, not at
Not
all. I
preferred,
won't
actually.
recommend.
Yeah.
So you can go up to like 50% of your property mortgaging and
Hmm.
obtaining loan so that at least in case कुछ हो आपके साथ, आप program continue ना कर पाओ and you lose all your money, you
Hmm.
can survive, you can live a life after that. So आपका bare minimum उतना तो होना चाहिए. And for me, I would say कि 50 to 60% loan is good. Beyond that, you are just putting pressure on you.
Will airline, don't airline provide loan? Like some sort of, does the system work?
Uh,
Like, do
I
airline
have
will tell you is bank se loan le lo jaake? Like, I don't know anything, so yeah, I'm just asking you. Yeah,
with Indigo, it doesn't have any tie-up with any banks.
tie-ups. Okay.
So ये आपकी प्रॉब्लम है कि आप कहाँ से पैसे लाओगे.
They
When
just need
I
money.
went to हाँ जी, हाँ जी. So when I went to the banks for obtaining the loan, it was not easy because first of all, सारे banks जानते ही नहीं होता क्या है.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
that is a stress that you would have to bear. But I have
Mm-hmm.
heard कि Air India, for the Cadet Pilots program, they do have tie-ups, so they can
Yes,
help
they
you
have.
arrange funds.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, so well, basically, now you're talking about loan. You have taken loan.
I have taken loan. Yeah.
You have, and which bank actually, if I may ask?
I have taken loan from Canara Bank.
Canara
So
Bank. So. Hmm.
Yeah, SBI was an easy option. Everybody was saying, but for me, I would say कि आपकी जिस बैंक में थोड़ी जान पहचान हो, वो बैंक
Mm-hmm.
आपको ज्यादा हेल्प करेगा rather than कोई एक
Yep.
पर्सनल एक मैं रिकमेंड कर
Actually,
दूं उससे अच्छा.
in aviation, connections are much important. ऐसे
Yes.
connections होने चाहिए, हर जगह होने चाहिए. It will
हाँ जी
take you
बिल्कुल.
further. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, and coming on to the next question, what is the actual selection rate? Like, if you have been to all of these rounds, so like, if 100 people are going, what are the chances of me getting selected? Any sort of probability percentage you have in mind?
I can't give you the percentage because I think it's
Mm-hmm.
also restricted by the airline to show the
Yeah.
numbers.
Oh, okay,
But I
okay.
can definitely tell you कि ये हर FTO पे वेरी करता है बहुत ज़्यादा.
Mm-hmm.
Because for some FTOs it's like competition is huge, like Chimes. वहाँ पे बच्चे जाना चाहते हैं. First of all, it's Indian, so a lot of people want to stay in India. And
Yeah.
second is it's cheapest of all. तो वहाँ पे कंपटीशन ऑब्वियसली ज्यादा होगा compared to the FTO which is charging too much. So I can tell you that one thing I can tell you that if you have prepared well, if you are really dedicated towards your studies, no one can stop you from getting selected.
Mm-hmm.
ऐसा
Yeah.
कुछ रेशियो आप दिमाग में मत रखो. If you have prepared and if you are determined to enter into the program,
Yeah.
the selection ratio wouldn't matter. They can take all of you if they want.
So now coming on to like selections की बात ही हो रही है, like if I go for a cadet pilot program, hmm, and then I didn't make it. Obviously, for some reasons I didn't make it. I'm eligible to apply again. Does it have a cool off period?
Yes,
Does it have
yes.
a cool off period?
In total, Indigo provides you with two attempts.
Okay.
Yeah, so there will be always a cool off period between those two attempts. So if you fail
Mm,
in any of the rounds, it will determine how much weight you have to do before you go for the next one. I think it is different for different stages. For personal interview, it was 6 months. For other round, it was 1 year. Last time I have
one
heard,
year.
but don't quote me on this because it keeps changing.
Yeah, it
So
keeps changing. Yeah.
yeah, so you have in total of two attempts that you can make through your way.
Like if I am not selected, then it's sort of a wait of 6 to 1 year. I mean 6 months to 1 year.
Yes,
I think
yes,
that's a
and
lot of
that is
time.
yes, you can
So
actually obtain an
yeah,
APL in that time frame.
yeah, yes, yes, yes. So in
Yeah,
that case, conventional is much be a wiser choice rather than just waiting. Mm,
yeah, correct, correct.
yeah.
Some of my
So,
friends who did not make it in the first attempt. Again, it is the risk-taking capacity. Some people don't want to invest money if they have not gotten into an airline because their
mm-hmm.
prime agenda is to work for an airline. So they wait for the
Mm.
program for 1 year. But for some people, they don't want to. They are willing to take the risk and they are also saving up the cost. So they go directly.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
And now coming on to the next question is, will it help me in just cutting some cost if I choose an Indian base over an foreign FTO? Does it help
Uh,
or it's the
yes,
same? Okay.
it would help you. It would help you
Mm,
because Indian FTOs, there are two Indian FTOs. One is Chimes and one is CAE. I don't know about CAE. CAE is out, I think, approximately 1 CR. But
mm,
Chimes is 90 CR for everything included. So that is a
90
very value
lakhs.
for money program because if
Mm,
you see the conventional pathway to become a program, to become a pilot, I mean, so you can expect 50 lakhs in your pilot training. I'm just giving a ballpark figure. Then 15 to 20 lakh in your type rating, and then again 15 to 20 lakh in your airline training. So 90
mm.
lakhs you are anyways gonna pay. So it's always better to go for a program if you have the security of the job and if you really
Yes,
want
yes,
to work
yes,
for an airline. तो वहाँ पे वो काफी सेंस बनाता है चाइम्स वाला. And the foreign
yes,
FTOs are they are not less than 1.1 CR. Like 1.1 CR is the bare minimum that you're gonna pay. So 20 lakhs you can expect. at least you'll be saving if you go for domestic FTOs.
So coming on to you now, you chose South Africa. Well, you could have chosen like US as well. So why South
Yeah.
Africa only?
Why South Africa? I think मैंने एविएशन इंडस्ट्री में 2019 में एंटर किया था. So I
Hmm?
cleared my papers and I was in the middle of selection process in 2020 when the COVID happened. So I was put on
Ah,
hold for like 4 years and I was just having this hope कि 3 महीने बाद खुल जाएगा, 3 महीने बाद खुल जाएगा, and it opened after actually 4 years. तो तब से लेके अभी तक मैंने देखा कि काफी मुझे ऐसा लगा कि काफी कंपटीशन आ चुका होगा एंड द एफटीओ विच पीपल वुड नॉट like least likely to go for or the waiting
okay,
time should
okay,
be
okay.
less. That
Hmm.
I had the agenda कि मुझे उस एफटीओ में जाना है जहाँ पे वेटिंग कम हो because I want to get it done as soon as possible. So
Yes,
that's why I
yes.
chose South Africa.
Oh, okay. I think that's a very clever move. And in the meanwhile, like when you were waiting for 4 years, wouldn't you like कि conventional कर लेते हैं?
बिल्कुल मेरे दिमाग में ये पॉइंट आया था बट अगेन आई एम नॉट दैट रिस्क टेकिंग टाइप
Ah,
ऑफ अ
okay, okay.
पर्सन.
Like you told.
सो
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like I
Yes.
told, everybody is different. Some people can
Mm-hmm.
actually wait for this much time. But मैं जब देखता हूँ कि जिन्होंने 2020 में वो रिस्क लिया, like at that time everything was frozen. You could not expect कि अब vacancies कब आएंगी, क्या होगा उनका. काफी लोग was in middle of turmoil, especially with the people who just completed their pilot training. So I did not want to enter at that point. But see, their career is flourishing. Last year इतनी वैकेंसीज आई कि जिन्होंने भी वो रिस्क लिया कोरोना के दौरान ट्रेनिंग करने की, मोस्टली ऑल ऑफ देम वेर अब्सॉर्ब्ड.
Got it,
सो
yeah.
सो इट वाज
It's
नॉट
just
द
that
बेस्ट डिसीजन टू जस्ट वेट. ये
mm,
जस्ट आपकी रिस्क टेकिंग
risk
कैपेसिटी है कि आप
taking, yeah.
क्या कर सकते हो. हम्म.
It's just that the market is so dynamic. You don't know when you would hit a jackpot or you just lose the whole. Yeah, it's just
Yes,
that.
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So can someone get out of a Indigo Cadet Pilot program if he is selected? Like if he is on a flight training and I heard like they have a limitation of hours, like at this hour you would achieve this criteria. What is the criteria in flight training suggestion? And if I'm unable to do that, like if I'm unable to go solo in the criteria Indigo is set for me, hmm, am I out or I have a chance or something?
So in each phase of trading, Indigo has set a particular standard. If you're not able to meet it, you are out of the program. So it's basically you are playing Squid Games with your batchmate. You can get out of the program at any point if you are not able. So it's a very competitive thing. You need to have that कि मुझे ये करना है फर्स्ट सेकंड अटेम्प्ट में ज्यादा वेट नहीं कर सकते. So if I talk about the solo one, that is the rule, I think 25 hours.
25
कि आपको,
hours.
yeah, you have to obtain your first solo in 25 hours. It's not like it's very stringent, like completely 25.1 भी नहीं हो सकता. But they don't allow like आप 26, 27, 28 hour में कर रहे हो. So you need to be having an average of 25 hours when you obtain your solo at
Mhm.
max. उससे ज़्यादा आप नहीं कर सकते. You are out of the program.
So, well, basically, when you join an Indigo Cadet Pilot program, when you become an official cadet, it's not like it's always flowers and all. It's sort of a hanging sword above you all the
Yes,
time. Like you have to meet the
yes,
criterias. If you don't, then you are out. And
yes.
I think that is a very big risk.
Yeah, it
Like
is.
you have
It is.
invested a lot actually, and now if somehow you're not able to perform due to various reasons,
Yeah.
things may go south very quickly.
Yes, yes. You need to be at your toes if you enter this program. When I
Mm.
got selected, I got really happy कि yeah, I made through it.
I made it.
But no, that is nothing as compared to the pressure that what is there right now. At every
Mm.
stage, you have this thing कि मुझे ये करना है in certain number of attempts. They are not going to be waiting for you कि आप 5 साल में कर लो, आपसे नहीं हो रहा कोई बात नहीं, हम देख लेंगे. You can't have that leniency. Obviously,
Mm-hmm.
that's why they are providing you with the security that they might hire you if you
Yeah.
finish your exam,
Yeah.
your training successfully.
Well, basically, how airline works is the guys who are selected in Indigo Cadet pilot program who becomes an official cadet. They are for Indigo. They are becoming a pilot in next 3 years. I mean, sort of 2 or 2.5 years. So they are making pilots for coming 2027 or 2028. So they don't have
Yes,
any
yeah,
like chances with you, like you can wait a little. You can't because aircrafts will keep flying, orders will keep going on, aircrafts will keep coming. And it's only up to
yeah,
you. You have to just be fast. Airlines will not stop for you. It's simple.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So now I think that is very well explained. And coming to the next question, is job guaranteed? Like I've heard a lot of there is a lot of backlog going on. Like if you have done your CPL, you have done your TR. I've heard people like they're just sitting for Indigo to call them like let's go fly. And I've seen people just sitting idle. So do you know
Yeah.
anything about this till now? Like you are
So
just in flight training stages. Yeah.
yeah, so I have just heard whatever
Mm,
people have told me. I have not known personally someone, but I have friends of friends who were waiting like that. So that's a very nice follow-up question. That is job guaranteed. So job is there's no mention of job guarantee in any of your contract. It is just a letter of intent.
oh my
The
God.
airline intends to hire you if you complete the program successfully and if they have any vacancies available.
Mm.
So it's always a letter of intent. No job guarantee is there. So you can't be like, okay, मैं घुस गया अब तो job हो ही जानी है.
अब
So
तो
you
मौज ही
can't
मौज है
have that attitude. You can't have that
एक्चुअली
attitude.
आई एम रियली शॉक्ड मैं मेरे लिए तो एकदम से स्टनिंग था ये सुनना ही मैंने देयर इज नो वर्ड रिटन लाइक जॉब गारंटीड ओके
You don't have anything
नेवरदलेस
like that. Because they want to play safe. What if you enter
या
into the program and you violate their contract? You can
हम्म
violate their contract by saying something bad about them. You can have disciplinary issues. You can not meet their standards of training. So they can't
हम्म
guarantee you anything. But just clearing everything. अगर most of the cases में 90% cases में आप induct हो जाओगे. If you meet everything like meet their standards, if you finish your training, you might have to wait a little bit. Obviously, it's not like a job placement कि आपकी college खत्म हुई and you'll be getting a job just now. The waiting time varies on the condition the industry is going through. For people who finished their training when the COVID came, they have waited for 3 years or 2 years for getting into the airline.
यस
For now, I think the things are looking good. The induction is happening at a very good rate. So you can expect around 2 or 3 months max, and you'll get in.
ओके नाइस 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 ओके and like you said no I mean you are just doing your training on LOI basis
Yeah.
so at the end of the day, one question arises that taking this much pressure and spending this much money, and for that, like you can be out from the program if you don't perform well, uh,
Yeah.
and then it will be much more stress for you. Is it worth it, basically?
It's worth it if you have thought कि यही मुझे करना है and I'm
Okay.
ready to put all in. So it again is a personal preference. Some people say कि why to invest 1 crore in a pilot training? Just do a business
Yeah,
or
yeah,
do
yeah.
something else, have better
Yes,
returns.
sir.
So just like that, it is worth it if you are ready to put in. People are becoming pilots through the conventional method also. They are saving up a lot of cost. And people who want peace of mind during training कि नहीं मुझे job चाहिए otherwise but that peace of mind is not totally peace of mind. It is a peace of mind that you are in the airline, but during the training
Mm-hmm.
you'll have to meet the high standards, which
Yeah.
you don't have to meet everywhere. Every flying club doesn't require you to be so much strict with your training. So
Yes.
it's again a personal preference. I can't comment about everybody, but this is the risk
Mm.
that I have taken.
Okay. I think
Yeah.
that's a really nice answer. It just depends on how you think, how your thinking process works. What are your end
correct.
goal is actually? Your clear vision is actually important. What is your like vision, and
Yes,
which will lead you to pursue a cadet or conventional or aviation at all? Hmm.
yes,
And
yeah.
yeah, I think majorly we have covered many questions, Yash. And like the last question is, and it's sort of a controversial, and I think this question actually doesn't make sense. Each and every program is better. So, if you were given a choice, what would it be now? Would you choose a conventional way or a cadet only?
I would still choose a cadet,
Cadet, yeah.
but
Hmm.
yeah, but because I had already made up my mind before
Hmm.
entering into this industry that I would go for the cadet. This is just because of that. I don't see any disadvantage in the conventional program. I
Hmm.
mean, I would have landed up. I have seen people who were just clearing examinations with me in 2019. They landed up jobs in Air India and in Indigo. So you can obviously go for conventional. I don't see a point of just sticking like me to one thing कि आप cadet ही करना है. So that can drag you and delay your career progress. So
Yeah.
whatever opportunity you are getting, at least it depends on the condition of the industry also. When Jet Airways went down and COVID came, a lot of people thought कि cadet is making more sense. Right now, I would say कि इतनी jobs हैं अभी फिलहाल कि it would
Yes.
cater to everybody, even if you go for conventional.
Actually, aviation is booming right now, guys. And those who are new actually watching it right now on from their beds or something. So, who are just thinking of joining aviation, just hear me out real quick. Is aviation will keep on growing. Don't ask these questions like, is it worth it or not? Conventional choose करूँ या cadet choose करूँ? Choose whatever you want according to your preference, like Yash said. So choose whatever you want. At the end of the day, you will have opportunities with you in hand. It's just that how much satisfied you are with yourself. Simply, people instructor भी बन जाते हैं, people charter भी fly कर लेते हैं, private charters.
Hmm.
People ground instructor बन जाते हैं, अपना coaching खोल लेते हैं. It's not a big deal. Like if I were to say like I have a conventional background, मैंने conventional choose किया है, कल को if I am not able to get in airline, it's not the end of the day. I have many options left available. And also same goes for a cadet one. Like somehow he end up falling out of the program. He has a lot of ways. कर सकता है aviation में he can pursue something rather than just
And if your
switching
agenda is
careers.
कि
Yeah, aviation
yeah,
में ही
if you
रहना है
want to
तो
become a
you can.
pilot,
Hmm.
then you don't have to be an airline pilot. You can be
Hmm.
pilot through many
Yes.
ways, and you can
Yes.
end up in the airline later on. So
Hmm.
don't get intimidated by the Instagram videos कि मुझे इसी में
Yeah.
जाना है, otherwise I'm not a pilot. It's
I
not
was
like that.
about to tell you that only. Like Instagram has made this career so much glamorous. I think it actually is. Actually, it is. But वो ज्यादा हो
Yeah,
रहा है थोड़ा सा ज्यादा हो रहा
बहुत ज़्यादा हो गया.
है.
Correct.
Nonetheless, I think we had covered majorly many questions, and some people may ask of sponsorships. So, well, actually, I would answer that there is no sponsorship that I know,
Yes.
और sponsorships तो conventional में भी बहुत कम है, like है ही
Mm.
नहीं, I think, and if they are for scheduled caste and scheduled tribes, वो भी
Yeah.
उनका criteria क्या होगा select करने का यार, you never know.
बहुत गिने चुने हैं और
बहुत
अगर
गिने
आप
चुने
लोन
हैं यार.
लेते हो आई जस्ट रिकॉल्ड अ क्वेश्चन दैट
Hmm.
if you do your cadet pilot training through the loan entirely,
Hmm.
how much time it would take to pay it back? It would take eternity, I would say. You are not going to repay
Yeah.
it before 8 years. I think 5 to 8 years is something that you're gonna
Hmm.
minimum take.
Yeah. And actually, I would not recommend doing the whole training on loan basis itself. Yeah. So, like,
Correct.
if you're getting a loan, you have to provide some assets in sort of your property or land collateral, what you call it. कहाँ से लाओगे, सिंपल सी बात है. And whatever the reason, aviation I told earlier, like it's dynamic, anything can happen to you or something. वही
Yeah.
तो, it's not assured कि everything will go smooth as you planned. So वही है. So think
Yeah.
wise, and my recommendation is don't go on the basis of loan itself. you should have some down payment, at least 50% of it, if you're doing
Yes.
a cadet
Yeah.
or even a conventional. Yeah. Captain Yash, tell me, there are many pilots, many young aviators, many students want to ask you, like, will conventional vacancies be closed after some time? Like, cadet program will boom itself. Indigo ने निकाल दिया, Air India ने निकाल दिया है. Like, many airlines will use this opportunity. Will conventional be out of the way,
I
Kumar?
don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. क्योंकि
Hmm.
as you said, हाँ, एयर इंडिया ने भी निकाल दिया है एंड अकासा ने भी आई थिंक रूमर्स हैं कि निकालेंगे. इंडिगो already had this legacy of cadet pilot program for the last
Mm-hmm.
10 to 15 years.
Yeah. Yes,
But
SpiceJet
it
has
is
one.
there. हाँ, SpiceJet has one. But
Hmm.
I don't think conventional vacancies अभी कहीं भी जा रही हैं. आई थिंक ये प्रोग्राम आए हैं दो पर्पस के लिए. फर्स्ट, एयरलाइन को एडवांटेज मिलता है, इससे थोड़ी प्रॉफिट्स हो जाती होंगी. एंड सेकंड इज टू केटर फॉर द लैक ऑफ पायलट्स, लैक ऑफ गुड पायलट्स अवेलेबल इन द मार्केट. तो अभी वो
Hmm.
काफी लिमिटेड है उनके पास. उन्हें ये मार्केट में घुसना पड़ता है, उन्हें उठाना पड़ता है, उन्हें नहीं मिल रहा, तो दे कैन नॉट डिक्रीज देयर स्टैंडर्ड्स. तो उसके वजह से कल को उनके एक्सपेंशन रुक सकते हैं. So they don't want that. तो एटलीस्ट एक बेस बना रहे हैं वो लोग कि some part of the hiring we should be able to take from the cadets, cadet pilot program. But जितनी एयरक्राफ्ट ऑर्डर हुए हैं, आई एम श्योर कि सारे लोग
Yeah,
जानते
yeah,
होंगे.
yeah. It's actually a lot.
यस. तो पूरी दुनिया भी मिलकर ट्रेन करेगी अभी फिलहाल. तो इंडियन
Yeah.
एविएशन को सारे जगह से पायलट्स मिलेंगे.
Yes, yes,
कैडेट
yes,
पायलट
yes.
प्रोग्राम, कन्वेंशनल, दोनों चलेगा अभी तो
Yeah,
फिलहाल.
yeah, yeah.
या.
So thank you, Yash, for being in this podcast, for being a part of Team High Sky. I mean, Channel High Sky, and your voice will reach many ears, many eyes, और बहुत spreadness फैलने वाली है. Just thank you for that. और ऐसे ही spreadness फैलाते रहिए. And some people are looking up to you. Many young aviators will look up to you. And yeah,
या.
just keep doing your work and see you. Maybe we do another podcast or something about
श्योर.
43 Air.
श्योर.
If you have something in mind, we can. Hmm.
या. या.
Yeah, definitely. And
Thank you so
I
much for
think,
having me
yeah.
over here. It's a
Hmm.
pleasure to be on a podcast and help the people who are getting into aviation.
No, yeah.